What's up, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Erasure. We're going back to their second studio album, the 1987 album, The Circus. Once again, I'm very excited to go through all of their albums, but this one, I have a sort of particular interest in because I know it's sort of this landmark album that really kind of propelled them to international fame. And so we're going to listen to the fifth tune. We're up to the tune Sexuality, which, if you know Andy Bell and his sort of status as a kind of icon in the LGBTQ community, you would know that, or not you would know, but I would assume that this in some way relates to his sort of experiences and understandings, his, desire for a more equal and tolerant world. Although that does make me think of, a comment, I forget who it was like some Buddhist leader, and I remember him, not the Dalai Lama, but it was some sort of like mid-level Buddhist leader, and he was basically saying, you hear a lot about toleration, and although as a base level of respect and treatment of another person, I appreciate it. He's like, ideally we should be going much beyond that to a nurturing, to an acceptance, to a celebration. This toleration is the absolute bare minimum that you might offer to someone in terms of respecting them and who they are. So I do think toleration, it seems like such a low threshold when you think about it in that way. But yeah, I imagine the song may relate to sort of his idea for a more fair and equitable world, one in which people's sexual preferences are respected and, again, not just tolerated, but sort of accepted and nurtured and celebrated. So yeah, it may be about that, although again, sexuality could just relate to a particular physical, intimate relationship with another person, so it might relate to some sort of relationship and the sort of psycho-emotional drama that entails, so we'll have to see. But if I had to bet money, I would say maybe more the former is where I would expect this song to go. Nevertheless, it doesn't particularly suggest any sense of sonics, like, if you do a tune called like Fast and Fun, and it's like, okay, well, I'm guessing, the song is not going to be like an allegretto where it's like super sort of like somber and slow. But yeah, not much you can glean sonically from the tunes or the name Sexuality, so let's just get to it. This is Erasure, Sexuality, on their 1987 album, The Circus. Intensity of the percussion is sort of contrasted with the austerity of the higher end of the tune. Sort of like an engine of the tune. Come on, that engine, the key is turned. And Vince Clarke's bass lines, I know I've said it a bunch, but they're alive, they're electric. Alright, so out of the gate it sounds maybe more about the actual physicality. Sing it. Sort of like live wire electricity. Not pretend you're shy about it. Let's get at that connection. Can't do without it, he's addicted to it. Every permutation, every configuration, every physical arrangement. I love that backing vocal soaring up high and then meeting the melodic synth layer up there. Ooh. I love that. Ugh. It's like black smoke, like synth fog over the track. This is great. The sonics of this is awesome. And again, it's a bit like, it's more on the naughty end. Like I was thinking it'd be more on the like social sort of justice end. More on the sort of like, hey, let's light this fire. We got obvious intentions. Let's tell the world about it. Okay, so this, okay, now it feels a little more like, we don't need to be embarrassed about this. Like, yeah, like we have physical relationships and we're not like, we're not what the naysayers say we are. Come on to my room. Let's not pretend you're shy about it. The bass line. Come on to my room. Let's make the nails count without it. Come on to my room. Let's not pretend you're shy about it. And Vince is like, he's exploring the same sort of melodic riffs, but with different like keyboard like iterations. One that's like high and kind of metallic, then there was one that was a bit more tonal and like keyboardy. Yeah, that was cool. And as I said, you know, like by the end of the song now, I'm feeling like maybe both sides of what I was thinking about were touched on. I think it was more about the physicality, about burning it up with someone because you just have this passion and, you know, you're not gonna be shy about it. You're gonna, you know, enjoy it. But I do think there were a few lines there about, you know, getting rid of past the regulations and sort of, you know, telling the world about it and not being shy about it in another way. So yeah, let me know if, you know, you think I'm onto something. Let me know if you've understood it to be more one or the other, or if it really does sort of pursue both of those themes, or maybe there's another sort of layer that I'm not, you know, getting entirely. So do let me know what you think of that. But yeah, big shout out to Erasure again. I'm absolutely enjoying their sound, and you know, Vince Clarke is just a magician. You know, his synth pop in the 80s, and you know, I've been listening to Chorus, which is the early 90s, but yeah, just loving hearing more and more of his work during a period where I did know some of it, but obviously, you know, it was a small sort of slice of what there is on offer. So yeah, let me know what you think about that. Other than that, I will see you next time. Peace.